Good morning, welcome in. It is like 11 o'clock in the morning for me. And I'm playing Genshin, yes. Um, that's not what I wanted. Um,
Don't trust your
excuse me.
eyes uncritically. People
Seriously.
only see what they want to, so don't be your own fool.
Can I, thank you. As I was saying, I didn't play it all yesterday like I wanted to. I didn't stream it all yesterday like I wanted to. So I'm like, you know what? As soon as I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna stream. So that's what I'm doing today. And then I'm gonna stream later, so you're gonna have two streams in one day. The other one will be probably like later on tonight, so it'll be split in between each other, I promise. But right now we're gonna be continuing the Archon quest for Nodgrai. Right now we're in the middle of a like midsection. A lot of people say it's Nefer's story quest under technicality. Excuse me, sorry, I have when I wake up in the morning I usually get some small sniffles. As I said, I quite literally just woke up, like my breakfast is right next to me. So let's go ahead and get started. I mean, not in the technicality, I didn't just wake up because it's 11:30 and I'd say I wake up at like around 11. But enough talking. Let's continue.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your perspective on.
Oh? Please ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs. Do you really think I'm a weak student?
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite. You have a sharp mind, almost too sharp.
So I know what she's referencing here. So like there's history, historical texts, and even further than that in Sumeru history, where a lot of them don't like the desert people. They call them like desert dwellers. They have all these names for them. So Nefer is one of the people from the desert, and so the teacher is like giving her easier work because he thinks that she's like some stupid student because she's from the desert, which is such a crazy assumption. But like you see that in like even reality too. People make fun of people from like the desert and stuff just to be judgmental. But let's continue.
I think what you're saying is a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they certainly wouldn't complain about the lighter workload.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are, and I'm sure you know why they're like that.
Because of where I come from. Because I'm different.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions. What's the other one?
I wanted to check. If someone sent me a letter to the academia, where do I go to collect it?
Ah, your family wrote to you. As long as they put your name on the envelope, someone should hand it right to you.
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Professor.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed to be your teacher, but I haven't taught you anything.
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach students like me. It's not just the academia either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful, and leaves the losers to suffer and die.
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me you've given up on life already.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world, you have to find a way to become successful.
Dang. Okay. Look for the box of the. Okay, look for the box containing the letters. Jeez, I got some sniffles this morning. Good grief. I have to put in my nasal spray. God.
This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed mail. And probably some letters that ended up here by mistake, too. Let's take a look. A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a Core of 30 representative. What a strange thought. A bunch of mercs losing sleep over rundown buildings. This one was never even opened. I guess the recipient didn't care what the Core of 30 had to say about anything. Who was it addressed to? I don't recognize the name, but it must have been a Kasharawar professor. This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Changes Observed in Satyavada Life Symptoms. Why do all these letters read like full-blown dissertations? Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. All the barriers between levels of consciousness disappeared as our minds soared around in circles, looking for a branch to seek refuge on. In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense poisoning. The Immorta Darshan strictly prohibits the use of hallucinogenic substances, but I believe there are still people getting away with it. For example, my neighbor who always breaks out into song and dance after using incense. This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Why wasn't it collected? Wait, what's this written on the back? It's so small. The note says, "The sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would send it back, but no return address was provided. Stamped by the Grand Conservator of the House of Dana." This next one is addressed to Grand Sage Azar?
Oh, we'll get some Azar lore? Yeah, give me
A
some!
few words of protest regarding recent changes in Sumeru's educational policy.
Oh, I'm
In
listening.
recent years, the academia has taken on a small number of students from the desert region, as per the policy to this effect. However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been provided with educational opportunities that are, in any meaningful sense, equal to those enjoyed by their peers. As well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and perfunctory tutoring, they do not even have full access to the Akasha system. Education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are knowledge and wisdom. I ask you, is the lip service we pay to the policy of education for desert students truly the standard of pedagogy to which the academia aspires? As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative, but do not forget your roots. You and I were once students too, as was everyone else in this institution. I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage you to discuss issues like this with myself and others, and listen to some alternative opinions. Great letter. Shame it didn't get to where it needed to go. And the sender is... Huh? Sage Cyrus of Spontamod. I didn't realize anyone else even knew how bad students like me have it in this place.
Wait a minute. So, Cyrus, aka Sino's adoptive father, basically sent Azor a letter all these years ago, basically warning him, being like, hey, let's not do this, let's not do that. Let's change, like, the academia's education policy for desert dwellers and stuff, right? Nope. He didn't even get the letter. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, this is crazy.
So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Nice one, Grand Sage. Really enlightened leadership.
Oh, dang. So, like, a lot of these come from Cyrus, and he's just like, we're not gonna listen to you.
Whatever. This isn't what I came here for. Moving on. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it here. But if it did, where else would it end up if not in this box? I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. Must have been years since someone last went through it all. And this is just one box. The whole house of Dana is boxes on shelves. I don't believe for 1 second that any human being has sat down and read through all the documents in this place. Who has that much free time on their hands?
All hey, thumb. Ooh, my headset just fell off.
Wait, could this be it?
Oh, it wants me to read this? Ugh. Least fancy envelope in the box, written on crude quality paper. And of course it would be right at the bottom of the pile. Clearly no one gave this letter so much of a first glance, let alone a second. The handwriting on the envelope looks very
Greetings,
familiar.
Halil. My name is Sinue, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague's aid when you ran into trouble in the Great Red Sand. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. You seemed very pleased and told me your name. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business, and I therefore see you all as friends. You were kind enough to leave your contact details so we could stay in touch. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight, promising to make me a special ambassador of the academia and help us find a way to make a better living. This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on particularly hard times, and I would like to ask for your assistance. There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. To ensure my people's survival, I had no choice but to venture into Iyab and Unut territory in search of an alternate water source. The Iyab and Unut are descended from the Thamudians, while we trace our ancestry to Tulatala. We worship the Lord of Flowers and have had relatively good relations with our fellow tribes up until now. I found a well belonging to the Iyab tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option, so I took some water to keep me and my tribe alive. My actions are certain to incur their wrath. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need your help. I wonder if you could send an academia representative to meet with me. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert, and I told you a little about my daughter, Nefer. We have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my daughter at the academia? She is a smart girl. I know she won't disappoint you.
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words. I doubt they even remember the name Sinuhe. And you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with such conviction, like you were the most powerful chief in the whole desert. You liar. You lied about everything. You promised the world and delivered on none of it. And who fell for it? Just me, by the looks of it. Despite your best efforts. Which makes you a pathetic liar. You weren't even any good at it. I think I'll take over from here. Let me show you how it's done.
Dang, so even her father's like, nope.
I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything you've done for me in my time here.
Nefer? You packed your bags. Where are you going?
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna head back and deal with it.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you. You know that better than I do.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things to deal with and they can't wait. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has hallucinogenic effects. Don't use it all at once, alright?
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it? But you said it's a rare and valuable commodity.
Yeah, about that. I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with this plant. It's not worth much. Keep it, it's fine.
But Nefer...
Alright, that's all from me. You take care.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right? We're friends.
Yeah, I'll remember you. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and it's a rare find even in those ruins. And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. No time to reminisce. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way, I expect I'll forget you pretty quickly.
Dang. At least there's like the thought that counts. She's like, you know what? I may not remember you, but like, take this expensive incense crap. Just go ahead and just take it. Take it.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business deal to be made. If not, I'd be very disappointed.
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my admiration for the Eab people. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the Eab has a very different trajectory. Others grew weak, but you grew strong, beginning in obscurity and moving to prosperity. You're the only ones who defied the trend.
Huh. So, you do know who you're dealing with?
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but it looks like you have control over it now.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to flatter us.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some information that recently came to light, which might just be your ticket to freedom. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. These ruins are of great archaeological interest to the Academia. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering 50 million mora in return for excavation rights.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50 million's a little low, don't you think?
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power? To drive away the Unut and steal their water supply?
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia is only interested in dealing with the de facto power holders in the region. I hope I am making myself clear.
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people and make you watch as I cut their heads off one by one.
I assure you, Chief, that would not be in your long-term interests. You don't want to make an enemy of the Academia. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you recognize an ambassador's attire when you see it. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to come all this way just to lie to you? We have more important things to worry about.
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. I'm sure you're trustworthy people. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of staying a while and enjoying some Eab hospitality?
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, and I trust you are as well. So let's indulge in a few drinks together, in celebration of this momentous occasion.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken the well.
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the EAB's military superiority, and yet...
What is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence. Perhaps there is a traitor in your midst.
I don't think so.
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the well, I'm afraid you won't see a single mora of that 50 million.
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. I swear the Unut will not get away with this. That well is ours, and so is the mora.
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for an update.
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime, make yourself at home. I'll report back as soon as I have an update.
Much obliged. Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger. What an amazing feeling.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe instead of the EAB, yes?
The EAB are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere in our research projects in the desert region. So let me ask you, Chief. If you were the Academia, what would you do?
Kill them all, of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The EAB have held back our academic pursuits for too long, and our patience is wearing thin. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be intervening in desert affairs. I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from.
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe, it'd start a bloody war.
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always had strained relations with the EAB, which makes you our natural allies. Natural allies. Weren't the EAB your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. And now look at you. You're at each other's throats. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this matter. We are asking for excavation rights to that well, and our offer is 50 million mora.
Say no more. I believe we have an understanding.
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. Get us access to that well, and the mora's yours. You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how. People will believe anything. Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like any others. You're no different. You're nothing special at all.
She's going
The
crazy.
monsters who destroyed my home, they're just ordinary, petty human beings. What a joke. I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. It's a better place without all these people around. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribespeople would still be alive. In this dog-eat-dog world, a chief needs to be tough to survive. But you couldn't do what had to be done. So I did it for you.
Nefer, it's okay. All of this is in the past now.
I believe I remember you promising to remain silent.
Yeah, but even so...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a sharp turn onto a completely different topic. So, anyway, that's enough of that. When are we getting out of this place? Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, Lauma, you tired?
Yes. If we can find somewhere to sit down, I could certainly do with a rest.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? That's where this story ends? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says. I never wanted to believe it, but looking back now, I'm as desert as they come.
You mentioned a temple. What's waiting for us there?
My biggest trade secret of all.
Ah. Then I'm guessing it's where you got your power from. The power to peer into other people's minds.
I didn't know you were clued up on any other religions.
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with King Deshret.
Sounds impressive.
Ah, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino. The spirit of Hermanubis dwells within him.
That's Boss Neff for ya. She knows everything.
Sino mentions?
Sino's
Holy
hardly
moly!
a figure of obscurity. But I know about
Those!
Sethos too.
What about him? Is he a big deal or something?
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it that way. Please, this is the bare-bone basics. Save the flattery. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take in. With any luck, that's our exit just up ahead.
I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about about any of this stuff. Like, look at that statue, for instance. I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too, but I've never seen anything like it before.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the Goat King were the 3 retainers of King Deshret. Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved. I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir, it seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be possible.
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King Deshret?
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. A few years later, I enrolled in the academia, where some new information came to light. The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million Mora. The Eab ultimately won that confrontation, but their victory came at the cost of almost every warrior in the tribe. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining Eab fled and have been scattered to the winds ever since. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. There it was, seemingly immune to the relentless hostility of the desert, while my tribal home lay in ruins. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. He led me to a gate deep inside the temple, and there he made a deal with me. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret, and represents his power of piercing analysis. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that the Ibis King simply wanted to give the people of this world the power to seek the truth, but I don't believe that's the full story. Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any humans, full of secrets, perversions, egotistical tendencies. But precious few gods are willing to admit this.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select few. As you rightly point out, this is an act of favoritism.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Raker of Solnari's background. I am pleased to report that the investigation has been most fruitful indeed. The Raker of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the important details of his story. Please save any questions or comments for the end.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not excuse his many transgressions. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon innocent lives in Notcry. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Tevat suffers the consequences. This is a threat that the Knights of Favonius cannot ignore.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to fit the description.
Miss Lauma, any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. Some sources speak of ancient knowledge, others of a gateway to the unknown. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before, but as is the case with all of our legends, there are no records of any first-hand witnesses. We cannot know whether it truly exists.
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the Moon Gate leads to?
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well. I can sense that the gate would open at my command, but...
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as never mentioned, holding open a spatial gateway takes a huge amount of power. And right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Rahier of Solnari. I'm afraid this is one mystery we may have to leave unsolved for now.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Rahier of Solnari exists in the form of countless fragments. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the Wild Hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes of monsters to many different locations across the land.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the Wild Hunt is a distributed phenomenon, rather than a unified one?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together. He was whole to begin with, and he wants to be whole again.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss, much like a curse, has kept him alive.
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss is most surely a curse.
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse has extended its lifespan unnaturally, it will continue to survive in spite of everything. This raises some interesting questions. I will run some experiments and see if there is any validity to my suspicions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer for conducting such a thorough investigation. Already, it has greatly enriched my understanding of the entity we face.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared today proves useful as we look to formulate the next stage of our plan.
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... when I think of the man I once knew as Rerir, I struggle to understand why things had to turn out like this.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but my heart goes out to you.
Mine too.
Oh, that's not.
You can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies.
Oh dear. My
And the
heart goes
skies
out
are
to
host
you
to many
is a
more
whole different
mysteries than
meaning.
these alone. Yet,
Ooh, yikes.
none of that can begin to compare with the complexity of human life.
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you both.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer needs some time to recover. She's been through an awful lot today.
That's very thoughtful of you, Llama.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene to nail down a plan. Hey, is this a bad time? Hope I didn't kill the conversation. Nice room. Oh, I'm not coming in, though.
Why not? It's just a hotel room.
If it's all the same, I'll just stay out here. I might not look the part, but I'm technically a knight. Barging into people's private quarters isn't the kind of thing we do. Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things with me that I thought you should be aware of. Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chess set, there's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis King is any match for one of the 5 sinners. Their powers are beyond our comprehension. It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan and take care of him before that happens.
Honestly, my mom figured that might be the case. So, how long have we got?
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long time, but for the most part, it seemed like she was trying to convince me how precious her chess set is, and what a long and storied history it has. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your will? Anyway, after all that, she finally answered the question. 2 days, at most.
2 days? Holy moly! Can we even recruit enough help in that time?
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted about this whole thing. But given how little time we have, there's no way we can pull this off without his help. You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us? Great. I appreciate it. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan. Can't promise it's gonna work yet, but at least it's a start. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
All right, so here's what we're thinking. We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss. You're well within your rights to refuse if you so choose.
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know the stakes here. It's all of us against the Rayher of Solnari, or none of us stand a chance.
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art to striking a down-to-earth tone even when the stakes are through the roof.
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view, the most sensible lineup would be like this.
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach this, you'd better make sure you're ready. To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure. Are you really willing to take all this on?
I want to do everything within my power. The Rayher of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if I do my part, it'll greatly reduce the risk for everyone else involved.
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent it's almost abnormal. As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. But you seem to just march towards danger without a moment's hesitation. Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, and you're our honorary knight. I want to make sure your courage doesn't come at the expense of your safety.
Thank you, Sir Varka.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have you on board. I'll give some serious thought to your suggestions.
Oh, no! Did you bump into something? Oh, well, if it hurts, just let me know. No, I didn't put a sticker on your back.
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take action. How can we be sure that our enemy won't leave the designated area?
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rerir and the Wild Hunt's behavioral patterns. His conclusions are as follows. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rerir has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space. So it's unlikely he has any power in that domain. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight-or-flight situation, he'll choose to fight every time. Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he is consumed by hatred, both for the moon and for his enemies. Turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed his private memories without permission. He'll be baying for blood, not looking to escape.
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like valid observations to me.
Understood. Then I will defer to the verdict of the group.
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail. Albedo and Durin are carrying out their part as we speak.
Plan approved. Scheduling.
Okay, any firepower you need, I got you covered. Let's light this baby up.
The Frost Moon Scions are behind you as well.
And the rest of you? No objections? All right.
What's
Then it's
Dory
settled.
helping us for?
This is the plan we're going with. Next up, an old tradition of mine. Anyone who wants to back out, now's your chance.
Wait, we can still back out of this?
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes before their brain had time to think things through.
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common practice in the Knights of Favonius.
Heh. Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please and thank you.
Bat
This
Owl.
plan can only work
Sorry.
if everyone does their part. Flints and I will absolutely
Oh my god!
support it.
Wait, this is amazing! So, it was a YouTuber, Vanos Gaming, and he has an old GT model that, well, I mean, he still uses it. Goes by Bat Owl, because he couldn't go by Night Owl because there's a copyright thing. And so he goes by Bat Owl, and it's funny because D-Luke calls himself, well, people call him Batman, and then his contact is Owl, so he's literally Bat Owl. I don't know why I made that. I don't know why it took me so long to make that connection. That is hilarious.
You shall indeed. You'll be glad you accepted
My
our
name is Bat Owl.
help. You are the last person I expected
Okay,
to
yeah,
see here,
why is
Miss
she
Door.
here?
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangama Bay. So, the longer your name, the higher your net worth. Is that the idea here? In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know your full name. It's...
Oh, hey, you
walls are
can't
thin.
dox him. That's
I'd appreciate you keeping
crazy.
that a secret.
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else. Do you have any idea how much it would cost to hire me otherwise?
She causes chaos wherever she goes.
Does this mean someone out there actually has the power to boss Dory around? It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Notcry is gonna go down the drain.
Okay. So what exactly is so special
Did she
about
call
this
Nefer
pendant?
mommy? She's like,
It's a
your
lucky
mother
charm
over
that a
here.
good
She
mage
basically
makes
called
for me.
Nefer mommy
We
because she
have a
pointed
business
over at Nefer.
relationship, and she was worried that
Okay,
something
I
bad might
guess
happen
slay
to
on
me.
that part, Dory,
So,
because Nefer is
she wanted me
mommy.
to have something that can store power to protect myself with. I finally got it all fully charged up with Kovaki, and then Nefer went and used it all up at once. Never lost so big in my life.
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the pendant, but I'll make it up to you.
You will? Well, in that case, how about you give me your chess set, and we call it even.
Joy, you're
I knew
crazy.
you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now, and I'll even throw in a free Raker of Solnari. Deal?
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around, but I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer. I guess we'll see in a couple of days.
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know. You might find a new business opportunity on the other side.
You guys give Dory way too much credit. You and Paimon decided to check in and see how each state's preparations are doing. Well, oh, okay, it's gonna do it for me. So it'll be like, I have a nail in my hand I'm trying to glue on. You ho! Oh my god, hold on, you gotta... Let me fix my beauty nail real quick. Freaking video games. Okay. Talk to Dory. Oh, look for Dory, okay. I like the muffled music. Okay, so this is her shop. So what'd she do for us then?
How are things going? Feeling ready? Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think Lord Sangama Bay would let an opportunity like this slip by? Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the highest price of all. Even higher than the sellers taking advance orders. Ta-da! See? It's right here. Ah, it's so pretty.
It looks like
Did you make
Nahida's
it?
weapon. I had no idea you were so skilled with your hands. I don't think she made that.
No, I have a supplier. We go way back, so he made me a very attractive offer.
Okay.
Aha! No wonder you were talking about Lucky Charms at the meeting.
Oh, shit!
Tell me to make them for you.
Oh!
That's not the full story. It actually started a while back as a project.
I
between
told
me
you the
and
weapon looks
Dendro
like
Archon.
Nahida's.
Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when everyone faces a great crisis. I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a
Okay, I'll wait till
research
she
team
starts
made up
yapping
of
because this just made me
Sumeri's
this
top
just
scholars
reminded
to
me of
invent a
something.
technology that could keep people safe. I won't go into the details because it's all very complicated. But if you want to know more, you can ask the Dendro Archon about it sometime.
So it's actually funny because in historical texts, Kaveh was like this, I think it's Farsi. Anyways, he was like this big old god who was known for like saving a bunch of people and stuff. And he actually saved another god, Kutara, which is Columbina's name in the video game. So this is kind of funny that they were able to throw Kaveh into this because in historical texts, the Kaveh saved Kutar.
Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kaveh to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kashara War talents, he
That's
was the obvious choice.
awesome! Kaveh mentioned! Yay!
Long enough. He stressed over it for ages.
Aww.
He must have gone through at least a dozen designs before producing a final product. But that's Kaveh for you. Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kaveh. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? And what's your proposed use case? Has it been approved by the relevant authorities? So nosy. My fault for sending him the research permit to begin with.
You know what? I'd be asking questions too.
Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're always so secretive about your business.
He's like, am I making something illegal?
Could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to be a use case. Because it would involve grave danger.
Oh, Miss Girl!
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. He probably felt responsible as the one who made it.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure why, though. His housemate doesn't seem to really care that much about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but if Alhaitham
Either
can
way,
find out,
all's
he's
well
gonna
that
find
ends well.
out.
I'm just glad to finally have my hands on the product. I wouldn't want to be without it, given the potential dangers that lie ahead. Huh? What does that look mean?
Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first time we've ever seen you actually get serious about something.
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day of my life with a big beaming smile. Obviously, Mora plays a big part in that. But...
This is related to his sister. So basically, if you guys don't know Doi's lore, which a lot of you don't, her sister actually died when she was younger. And that's one of the reasons why Doi is so money hungry, because she made a promise to herself that after her sister died, she would basically live every day to her fullest. To basically, you know, I don't know, pay a tribute to her sister, I guess you would say. So basically, you know, she's even saying this, and that's why she's so nervous of the fight, because she's afraid she's gonna die, and she's afraid she's not gonna be able to live up to her sister's legacy. Every single character is traumatized in this game, except maybe Sangling and Yoimiya. I don't know, Yoimiya has a hard of hearing dad, but whose dad isn't hard of hearing in general?
There are
Let's
always
be honest
gonna be
here.
times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back a debt, returning a favor, or showing some kindness. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I ever had. And I want my investors to know that Lord Sangamabe is the best
Yay!
in the
So like
business.
we're actually getting, you know, Doi to where she's actually not freaking money hungry all the time, and she's actually like a character, and we're actually looking into her lore. I hate when they introduce characters and only put the characters like they only show like the lore and stuff in character details, like if you go into the character screen itself, never in the actual quests.
And more than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens, I want to make sure the Dendro Archon and all of Sumeru is prepared to face whatever comes.
So, back to the pendant. You never intend to ask for it back, did you?
Oh, that? I was just making sure Nefer and I are square. Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. I'm no saint, so don't treat me like something I'm not. My priority is doing the business that I want to do, so long as my conscience lets me, but it usually does. That's the Lord Sangama Bay business model.
Alright, if you say so.
I do say so, and that's the whole point. I'm a businesswoman. Don't go trying to figure out what kind of person I am. You'll exhaust yourself. Much easier for everyone involved if you just take my word for it. Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs to be? Thanks so much. You're my favorite assistants.
Traveler, Paimon, it's good to see you.
So, I know I keep on going on a tangent. Wow, I cannot talk. Excuse me. So if you guys didn't know, I was watching the Genshin like live streaming thing, because every single major update, they always release like a live stream introducing any characters, introducing anything that's new in the update. Well, they introduced Doran, right? And his voice actor popped up. His voice actor is British. I wish I was kidding. His voice actor has like this like deep British voice. Well, I mean, not deep. I mean, it's a little bit deeper than the character's voice, I should say. And I'm just like, what the? But then again, there's a lot of British voice actors in Genshin. There's even some characters who don't have a British, like, not wow. Characters, I'm gonna lose it. Voice actors who were born in England who don't have a British accent. So there's even that. But anyways, let's continue.
Everything going smoothly over here?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Diren, and I captured some abyssal creatures from the Wild Hunt. Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures. The process went very smoothly. The findings, however, come with some troubling implications.
What? You can actually dissect the Wild Hunt?
That depends on your definition of Wild Hunt and dissection.
Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions.
The Wild Hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. But taken as a collective, the medium through which the Wild Hunt is summoned does appear to have a soul. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptatyr, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul Certology. But she barely mentioned Rerir at all. I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear her thoughts on the nature of the lifeform he has become today. It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being channeled through a fractured physical existence. A consequence of being torn apart by an unknown power. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a degree of individuality in exchange for a continued existence. Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, I have a tendency to go on indefinitely. Back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely contaminated by the Abyss, and the effects are irreversible. You could think of this as Rerir in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. In reality, his whole being has been consumed by the Abyss. In other words, he is now nothing more than a manifestation of abyssal power.
So, I was actually looking at how long this Archon quest was, because I know I've been doing this for a hot minute. It looks like I have about an hour and a half left, so I will probably actually be playing for about 2.5 hours to 3 hours, just because I want to finish off this quest. Because if I stop at the 2-hour mark, I'm gonna have like 30 to like 45 minutes left, so I might as well just finish
Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power. Hence, we cannot fundamentally destroy the Rayhir of Solnari either.
Oh, that's terrible news! So, that's it? We can't defeat him? Not even if we get the power of the Three Moons?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just on her own survival.
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to despair. But we must see this plan through to the end. Time to kick off the backup plan.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the trip. Durin and I will be heading off shortly.
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time. Please be careful.
We will.
All right then. Stay safe.
Alrighty. Kishi Islands. No, because I think I'm like in the middle of domain, so I don't want to screen anything up. I'll do it after. I was gonna collect my daily commission stuff, but
Miss
Oh,
Lauma,
I'll wait till after the quest
is everyone
over.
here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands, Grandmaster Varka. Please keep them safe.
My lady, what are you saying?
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis the world has ever seen. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear, but I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. I must do what I think is right.
Llama is like, hey, so I need you guys to listen very, very carefully. We're about to fight this like demon god thingy. We need y'all to get out of here. If you guys do not get out of here, y'all are gonna die. So you need to get out of here.
For me, that means fighting for the future of Notcry. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
I don't know why my
Varka,
voice
Knight
did
of
that.
Doreen.
I am so sorry.
In my absence,
Oh, child, I
please
was
follow
born in
his lead.
Texas, I promise.
Hey,
even
everyone.
though I've lived in Arizona for most of my life.
Guess I should introduce myself. Well, to start with, I know my way around a battlefield. Biggest strengths are honesty and hard workingness. Anyway, point is, I don't intend to let Lauma down. I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep every last one of you safe and sound.
Oh, I'm so stupid. In the bottom right corner, there was like little like drawings of the characters. So every single like little area that we go to, the characters would be drawn in like the bottom right corner.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe that's how the others addressed you.
That's right. Names are funny things. Have you always been called Dainsleff?
Yes. I take it your own name has a more complicated history.
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my name. At least, not in the same way that Dainsleff is yours. But it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I get so used to things that I forget to question why they are so. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe something's wrong with me.
You're different from other people. I sensed it the first time we met.
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure your long life and rich range of experience explains that. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainsleif?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times I'm lying on the ground, defeated. I don't recall any happy moments from that time. It has been too long.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and affection?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But whatever the reason, I remember little that was beautiful or sentimental. Thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your efforts, I never could have learned the hidden truth of his story.
You're welcome. I know he's your friend.
Friend? He betrayed me. And I never really understood what he was going through in life. Some friendship, that is.
Okay. So, do you plan to fight him with us? You see, you're torn. Now you know what really happened. You see the things he's done in a new light.
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Anyone else in your position would feel conflicted too. Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened that changed my perspective on a situation. A situation I took for granted at the time, but now I feel very grateful for it.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the Fatui?
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then I abandoned them. A warrant was even put out for my arrest. And even now, they still support me. Which means I was wrong about them all along.
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what it was, and not treasuring it. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully, talking about it will do us both some good. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there? I think they've been listening.
Huh. Shall we say hello?
Sure. Hello.
Ah! They caught us!
Sorry, we were just concerned about you.
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Recher of Solnari. I'm afraid I need a little time, but I will seriously consider joining you.
You will? Oh, thank you so much! Everyone will be so grateful to hear that!
They needn't be. This was something that I was going to have to face up to eventually.
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regardless. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept it. And then, have a think about whether you're willing to join us.
Hi, kitty. Oh, hi. My cat just decided to jump in my lap.
It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others.
Hi.
You know the place.
Hold on. Can I get my controller, please? Thank you. I have my controller set down. Oh, hello. Hi. You can't jump up on my thing. I'm sorry. You cannot jump up on my computer. Do not jump on my keyboard, please. I'm not playing on controller. I still have the keyboard access so I can escape if I need to out of the game, and I don't want him to exit out. I love you. I know, hi. Kitty, kitty, hi.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint's! Been waiting here long?
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have some time to think.
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite. I'm reminiscing on my past battles. When I was awakened by the Radniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. I felt like the battlefield was not where I belonged. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize something. A life of absolute peace is simply not a possibility for me. My restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is a deep yearning to root out the evil in this world.
Ooh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
I agree.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in this endeavor.
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first, because of the nerves. But don't worry. I got enough sleep in the end. I'll be just fine.
Thanks for everything.
Please, I'm just doing my part.
Never! Over here!
The goods have been delivered, and the backup is underway.
Ino asked me to relay a message. She said Anetha will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where defense is required, providing support as necessary. Meanwhile, Ino herself will provide range support to us directly, using her latest invention.
Excellent. My thanks to all involved.
The chess set's looking a little unstable.
It won't hold
Oh, he's
him
about
much
to
longer.
pop out.
We should be prepared to engage
Oh, I'm
at a
sorry,
moment's notice.
kitty.
No sense sitting
My
around
cat
waiting.
is ow.
Let's make the first move while we still have the option.
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, Traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle starts. Every ounce of strength we have in our bones, let us bring to this fight.
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile
Ooh, do
ploys
we get to
before.
play as all these characters?
You
Because I don't have
become the
Flynn, so I
authors
want to play
of your
as
own
him.
demise.
There's only
I
a
wouldn't
few
be so
characters I don't
sure
have.
about that.
You are merely a moment of
I kind of
sport
hope, because I saw
before
stuff
I
about
tear
Albedo
down
having
the
a
moon.
rerun, and I really hope Albedo has a rerun, because he's one of the only characters I don't have. Him and Varessa, so after that it'll just be Flynn's and Aoife that I don't have.
Stay on
Yes! Now let me play as Flynn! I'm sorry, kitty. I want to play as Flynn. No!
Are you quite finished?
I can't do this.
Close
I
your
don't
eyes.
know how to
Moonlight
have these characters properly.
betrays
Oh,
you.
what the?
Move.
Let me help you guys.
Oh, she's not an actual character I can play as. Okay,
Moonlight.
that's nice to know.
Futile.
Why am I have high ground? Oh,
Moonlight.
whatever, it's fine.
Praise you.
For the everlasting forest.
Observe.
Seek within.
Hunt him down.
Forest, protect us.
Night falls.
Move. Moonlight.
With one heart, we pray. You poor lost lamb.
The mystery unravels. It all adds up.
Water jet!
Be silent. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Leave this.
Can't hide the truth.
Futile.
By the frost moon of old.
Moonlight. Me.
It all adds up.
Moonlight betrays you.
Forest, protect us.
No more lies.
Go! Phones away!
It all adds up.
With one heart, we
The long sleep beckons.
It began with the moon And so shall it end.
The moon will protect you.
The moonlight betrays you. Do you see now? Fairphone, when will it be as you foretold? Move!
Spirit is not welcome here.
Deception ends here.
The night cometh.
Can't hide the truth. Leave.
A grave.
Close your eyes. Be silent. To dust. Steady now. Observe.
The moonlight. Move!
It all ends
Hunt
up.
him down!
With one heart,
Moonlight
we pray.
Futile.
I am like so quiet right now. I just realized how I haven't talked at all. I'm just so focused right now.
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the
Pathetic.
This is such a long fight.
Wipe out!
The moon
Stay your hand.
futile.
Be silent.
Hunt him down.
Close your eyes.
It all adds up.
Move.
Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here.
For the everlasting forest, leave this place.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Be silent. Night.
Futile.
It all adds up. No more lies.
You poor lost lamb.
Pathetic.
Watershed!
Close your eyes. Be silent. Keep your distance. Close your... Steady now.
Futile.
Leave this place.
Pathetic. Hunt
One
him
heart.
down.
Okay, I think I figured. I finally figured out right, like right
Can't hide
before
the
he
truth.
said.
The mystery unravels.
Observe.
Your game of heroics is over. Moonlight betrayed you. Who wants to go first?
Seriously?
Out of my
Oh my
sight!
god.
No!
Death is
We've
within
been
my
separated.
grasp.
You okay?
Never! Where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
Destroyed. Reborn forward. Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Lauma! Can you hear me?
Run, Saga.
Bro, we're gonna die. Help us.
But at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember my most important task. Just follow me. If I can stall him for long enough, the moment will come.
No more lies. The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth.
Wipe out!
Seek within. It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
I've got this. The shield's broken. I can't keep this up.
Don't push your luck.
How much power will it take?
Can't. No more lies. It all adds up.
Wipe out!
The mystery unravels.
Oh!
Can't hide the
That's
truth.
kind of cool. This isn't cool.
Water jet!
Speak within.
Bombs away! Water!
It all adds up.
Run or to hide.
Wipe out!
The mystery unravels. No more lies. Let's see what you're made of. Can't hide the truth. Seek within.
Bombs away! Water jet!
It all adds up. Can't hide the truth. It all... Can't hide the truth.
Water jet!
Curses. There's no other way.
You go, girl.
The only way to defeat Rarer is to borrow his own power. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attacks. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the two of you.
Okay.
Never! Your eyes are bleeding.
Oh, God.
Soon you will be powerless to resist. And then, I will reduce you to dust.
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on. Keep holding on.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? Let's see them. As entertaining as they are. You've backed yourself into a corner.
You don't fool me. I see your fear clear as day.
So they're actually adding blood to
Stoke his
Genshin.
rage.
Okay.
Make him unleash everything. You fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought of never being able to save your beloved. You cannot win the fight against fate, Rarir.
Is that what you think? Well, now it's your turn to feel afraid.
Oh, I dropped my chapstick.
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate, or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you!
Oh, heck yeah, let's go!
What's happening? That power. I've seen it before.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy.
Oh!
Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view.
Okay, so he's
But
a
it won't last
pyro
long.
user.
Can you see?
Well, I mean, you know, I guess I didn't really know.
Well enough.
Because I think his pyro vision is like pretty useful.
So, we have a student of Gold Rhine-Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
You use my own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
It looks funny.
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't, but someone else does.
Thanks, Cliff.
Goodbye, Rerir.
Goodbye! It's like goodbye, ho. Nice.
We won.
Oh, someone please check on him. Okay, he's good. I was like, he looks like he's about to pass out.
Never. How are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart from the blindness, of course.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it.
Oh. Her blood is silver, I forgot. Because when she fought, earlier, when she was not in this quest, but in the quest before when she was fighting,
Miss
she had a
Nefer.
head wound and it was
It's
silver.
not like you to lose your composure.
Or gray, I guess I should
That
say.
was the most reckless thing I've ever seen you do.
Oh!
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake. We had to do something.
Even so. Okay.
She's like
I
a
guess
mom.
you're right.
She's like fixing you up,
Under
but
the
she's also scolding you
circumstances,
at the
it was
same
a
time.
wise decision.
Like,
You
literally.
traded your eyes for
She's like, you're so
an
stupid! Why you
incredible
do
victory.
that? Like,
In
why are you
business
doing
terms,
that?
I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
I'd be hard-pressed to argue otherwise.
Still, I don't like this outcome, and I don't want you to lose your sight for good. People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make, whether that means faith, strength, or in this case, your ability to even see. I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as a single hair on your head.
Thank you. Really.
All done.
Is it just me or does the lighting make her slightly tan?
Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days.
Okay, it was just the shading of it.
Until
I was like,
then,
she looked more
please
tanner than I mean, I
follow your
wasn't
recovery
complaining because
plan
I'm
to the
gonna be
letter.
like, oh, did
I'll
they finally
send full
change it?
details
No,
through
they didn't.
Yehoda.
She's still
For
white.
now, just get yourself home, relax, and rest. My dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory. A dark cloud has been lifted from the skies of Nodcry. All in this land will be grateful for what you have done.
The moon will remember this day. Thank you both.
Jehoda shows up and helps Nefer get home, and you, of course, have Paimon to escort you back. Oh, the sight of Nefer navigating the road with her eyes closed is a new one for you. She proceeds cautiously, sorry, I have a cord in the way. She proceeds cautiously, but as her silhouette disappears in the distance, you notice she seems almost smug. Excuse me.
There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Hold on. Let me try.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just thought I should tell you.
You're right. There's no damage. That's a relief. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kutar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about yourself.
Things are a little different now from how they were. I'm learning to share how I truly feel with my friends.
Friends? You have no idea how glad I am to hear that.
Sorry. Oh my god, my throat. One by one, your fellow teammates report in to inform you that everything is under control. At Lauma's insistence, you lie down. You fought on the front line against Barir, and now you need rest.
Yay! You're awake!
Oh, damn, Paimon.
How you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need to worry about me.
Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept a whole day and night.
Oh.
Poor Paimon had to eat all by her lonesome.
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food?
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy the food and settle down to sleep.
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Varker and the others are organizing a victory feast and they want to celebrate with you. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so guess you won't be needing those. If you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting.
Alrighty, why not? Oh, I got an achievement. Okay, go to the flagship.
We're here!
Traveler and Paimon!
Oh, there's also
Perfect
Dory.
timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast without you any longer, and we would have postponed it till tomorrow.
How are you feeling today?
Oh, excuse me.
Much better, thanks. Don't worry about me.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know. Happy to check you over at any time.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait, where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Her eyes are probably like bandaged up or they're healed. Oh, they look to be healed.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well?
Much better thanks to a good rest. You looking well too.
Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days rest. I can actually open them again now.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to strain your eyes while they're still healing.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for a moment? I could do with an extra pair of hands.
Oh, sure. Coming. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second. You
I
guys
love
chat among
Yehoda's character.
yourselves. I'll grab us some drinks on the way back. Paimon, you still like 'em sweet?
You bet. Make it extra sweet, because Paimon's earned it.
Sure thing.
What's on your mind?
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of a snake, don't you think?
Sorry. More of a wolf in my mind.
No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hatred everywhere. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say.
I guess you don't like seeing people go down the path of vengeance.
Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective to your ears. But me? I think hatred is a perfectly justifiable emotion. What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something's gotta fuel that drive to keep on living.
When I look at your life, I see a lot of things that you can depend on.
If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets stuck in the past. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was just a fool. That's why the academia turned their back on him, and why the other tribes ganged up on him. Oh, father. How much better things could have been if you were a skilled liar. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my real dad ever was. He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception?
Sadly, I've never heard the Ibis King's voice. What's he actually like?
Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the answers. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy and search for one of the answers on his behalf. Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me.
Sounds like he was nice enough to you. You definitely sound like a father
So
and daughter.
that's enough for you to decide he's nice, is it?
No.
He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some good deeds to win people's approval. He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? You can't work as a spy your whole life and expect a happy ending. It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own making, but it's still human nature to want to go on living. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think?
I agree with that.
Good.
Say I agree.
If you understand that, it means you're smart. And you see things objectively. If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. Because all they care about is themselves. For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around. Stops other people trying to steal it from me.
I have a feeling some people over there have ever heard that.
So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them.
Is that your way of saying you won't dump to them now?
Is that what it looks like?
What it looks like is you're starting to see us as your friends.
Well, you all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows too much. So I guess I just have to put up with you. For the foreseeable future, at least. When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone involved like a hawk. In the intelligence world, you need to have a sense of perspective and play your hand accordingly. If you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret is safe with you. I trust you'll respect my wishes as a friend. But don't forget, I will also be watching you like a hawk.
Sure.
Very good.
Oh wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, Paimon suddenly remembered something.
Yeah, what is it?
After all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once.
Sound? A noise coming from indoors.
Huh? Am I imagining things?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while. I wonder if...
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But I somehow doubt that's what's going on.
They'll talk
He
about the
won't lie
toy.
low forever. So we'd better stay on guard.
Listen to what everyone is talking about, okay?
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. How lovely to see you. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I be right in thinking that it was developed by the Academia?
Why come and ask me when you clearly know already?
I mostly came to thank you.
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right, and you might even stand a chance of becoming my long-term supplier.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself would be a great honor for the Curatorium.
Huh? Charitable? Who said anything about charity? First time hearing about it.
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nodcry, your desert interests, and...
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my investment history!
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased was with the intent of building a sanctuary? Yes, I heard about that too.
How did you...
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people finding out about your good deeds, do you? But I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where there's a will, there's a way. You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might at least get some use in an emergency. Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost family to a disaster before, and I don't want to lose any friends or business partners if I can help it. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with plenty of food, water, and medicine. Where everyone could live happy lives. It was something I looked into, but after discussing things with the Dendro Archon, I decided on a more effective strategy. The tech people handled the tech, and Moneybags provided the Mora. It just made the most sense.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of Mora, and all you care about is growing your own wealth.
So, what's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's human nature. So yes, I love Mora, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
But surely you have dreams of your own, beyond just making Mora.
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. And, you know, make a nice little slice for myself along the way. Just thinking about it makes me happy. That sweet, sweet sound of Mora.
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning a favor. Don't worry about it.
Seems like we've both been away from home for a very long time.
Yeah. So long that I barely remember what my family even looked like.
Oh.
That would be your mother, father, and sister?
Sisters.
Yeah, though it's been years since my sister passed away. It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but memory can be even more ruthless than the most calculating business person. Beyond a certain point, if something isn't helping you, it just gets rid of it. My sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my mind's eye. It's become a vague impression.
Dang!
Not everything will fade. When loved ones pass away, the beautiful memories are the ones that last the longest.
Yeah, that's true. If you ask me, that's the one silver lining in all of it.
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life is much better now than it was back then.
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora, a big beautiful house, business is booming, and I'm
That
as happy as
Kave
can be.
bill. Sorry, I
You've
had to
got a
put
lot
that
going
out
for you
there.
too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? I'm sure there's plenty of Mora to be made in that line of work.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Getting some crazy, like, just Dory talking about her life and stuff. Definitely was not expecting that. I wonder if she's still considered like the most hated character in the game. Because there's so many characters nowadays, not many people talk about her as much anymore. So I wonder if she's still like is
How have you
hated.
been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start to take a turn for the worse, make sure you tell me right away.
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely did anything, so...
Dang, you
What?
You did a lot, bro.
You're too humble, young man.
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nodcry. We can't thank you enough for your support. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing is to accept it calmly and with grace. It's important to learn how to respond to words of admiration.
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get the job done.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in forming the alchemical array.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle.
That's what he
No
sounds
point
like.
denying
Hold
that.
on. Oh, so there's this hospital show I'm watching right now with my mom. It's called St. Denis Medical. And one of the characters, his name is Matt. He's a nurse. And he's like a freaking goofy character in the game. Durin, not in the game, in the show. Durin sounds exactly like him. And it kept on bothering me because I'm like, I can't like figure out who Durin sounds like. And that's what he sounds like. It makes me laugh. I love how Durin sounds though. I love Durin's character. I'm gonna pull for him when he comes out. I'm even saving wishes for him.
Hey, you guys!
Seriously, great work, everyone. You all outdid
Hey,
yourselves.
look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more medication.
No,
Can
I
I
never
get
even
you a
took
drink?
any.
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now? You've sure learned a lot recently.
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy. Don't worry, I'll blend into society yet.
Paimon believes it. You're clearly a fast learner, just like your brother. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you first explained the plan to us.
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp the principle and how the process works.
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of stealing his power to turn it against him. When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best not to engage them in battle. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get strong enough to at least stand up to him in a fight. For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make sure that he wouldn't go beyond the range of the alchemical array. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, we identified one location in particular as the ideal spot, which is where the confrontation took place. The alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it to render it usable by Columbina. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh on impossible.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join us. Given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
Confronting a former friend in battle, that can't have been easy.
It must have been a painful choice to
Why are
make.
y'all saying friend? Because even
But
Dainsleif
I'm
was
sure
like,
that making a
I don't
decision
know if
was
I'd call him
far
my
better
friend.
for him than
I
staying
mean, he
in
didn't
limbo.
exactly say that, but like his
Absolutely.
face like said otherwise.
He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and
Oh,
stuck
well,
to
it's
it resolutely.
Vorka.
He doesn't strike me as the sort of person who'd stay trapped in limbo for long. Anyway, however you cut it, everyone gave a stellar performance. And now, it's time to kick back and celebrate.
That's the only reason you're here.
Yes. I've thought a lot about it.
Oh,
and
all
I've
3 of them are
realized
here.
that you, me, and Arlecchino should be friends. I think this is very important. So I felt I had to come and tell you.
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now.
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module
She's like,
is
I just want to
active,
be
but
friends
if
with
say
you,
another
bro.
word, I swear I'll shut it down.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door.
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
She's like, I'll see you next time, ho. I just show up. Catching up with a friend. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time?
We just wanted to, see how you were doing now that it's all over.
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rayhir of Silnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me, given how prepared I was.
Mostly because You kinda helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
Why are we being so nice to her? She's part of the Fatui. Like, we would try to throw hands with Tartaglia, but we're over here talking to Sandrone and stuff. I don't know, I just think my character doesn't like male. But then again, if you think about it, like, the way that, like, male Fatui members are compared to, like, the female ones, like, the female ones, like, are willing to, like, help us and stuff. Meanwhile, like, the male Fatui members just, like, either want to play with us, like, either want to trick us or want to murder us. Or, you know, this wanderer who's just, like, whatever, you know, I'm just gonna switch sides. I can't. Anyways.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you managed to kill my appetite. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's going to waste. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook. Look at all those calculations.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribblings. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant, dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far-flung future. And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the crosswords in the newspaper. This is my equivalent of that. Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to figure it all out. Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is probably that guy they call Lord Artificer.
Lord Artificer? You mean Elaine Guillotine?
Who else? Pretty much all the mecha and Fontaine are his personal handiwork.
Wait, are you saying you know him? Like, personally? As a friend?
Don't want to surprise me.
mean,
She's
I
built
guess we
so
were
many of like the
friendly enough.
Catherines and everything everywhere. Like all the Catherines are built by her. And like she's literally pulled like the Futui and stuff, and she makes all this like candy work, so that doesn't surprise me. So you've actually met him, but he lived hundreds of years ago.
Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at all. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still
Then again,
around.
she doesn't.
Before
The
he
traveler
passed
doesn't
away,
know how
he
old
asked
she is.
me to destroy all his manuscripts. I honored his request, but I did read through everything first before destroying them. I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that.
Excuse me.
Would have been such a waste.
So, that's where the formulas in your notebook are from?
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that I solve for fun when I'm bored. Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas in my notebook are just silly little riddles in comparison. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Except me, 'cause I lose a few brain cells in the process. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friends. Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Nazissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them, but it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper, a sense of nostalgia for the past. Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true, the apocalypse would arrive, and the future would never be. A mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics began to take root in their hearts. A dream of saving the world. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up as something for them to joke about in their older years. But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of their intellect, and it grew into something that ate away at their souls. The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, He persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted ways with Renee. It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what happened, I could tell he still had some suspicions about Renee's motives. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of fate only resulted in a wave that swallowed up the world, even before the apocalypse came. And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from his deluded dream. Though of course by then it was far too late. What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal of saving the world? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives of everyone around him as he pursued his delusional dream? Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective.
I don't know. I don't admire him.
I can't tell whether that's because you disapprove of his deeds or because he failed. Or maybe you have some other reason. Renee no longer exists in this world, and the dream he started went on to be realized by someone else.
What about you? What's your take on
I don't
Renee?
like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools who let their delusions take control. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a sage-like intellect. And still managed to get himself lost in the labyrinth of his own desires. Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin, the Lord Artificer. He managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after that, Alain lost his friends and family. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. It's not like Alain sacrificed them for his cause or anything. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged his closest friend down to the abyss. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of transcendental knowledge or power. He was suspicious and fearful of it, having seen the way it had affected his closest friend. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect were the only thing that gave him a sense of spiritual comfort. Yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely left him space to breathe in his lifetime. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Nazissenkreuz Institute needed someone, and a human being, to see its story through to the end. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative role in his childhood, but which he barely touched in his adult life. He told me that the director of the Nazissenkreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime stories. Apparently, they worked wonders at sending kids off to sleep. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. By that point, nothing else really mattered. At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Nazissenkreuz Institute orphanage, while the Fontaine Research Institute he had founded continued tirelessly with its work. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift, this time between members of the Fontaine Research Institute. But But the actions of those fools had nothing at all to do with Alain. And that is the story of two people from the Nazissenkreuz Institute who both wanted to save the world. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back, and ended up calmly sinking to the bottom of the deepest sea. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life, even though he wasn't sure where he was going. I do sometimes wonder, why is it that people like them have such grand hopes of saving the world? Even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So perhaps, for each of them, their mission to save the world began with a very simple desire: to save themselves. They were young children with friends and family who mattered to them, desires to explore the meaning of life, ambitions to have a successful career. They didn't want to see all of that taken away in one fell swoop. Or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves within the chaos, to stop them getting quietly swept away by the storms of life. But instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out by fate. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world?
The desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try to save the world. Yes.
The way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime, putting all of his energy into his work. He gave the exact same answer as you did. No elaboration, just a quick short answer before getting right back to his work. He was always that way. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit the House of the Hearth. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't involve interrupting me. Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin diagnostics.
Okay. Is that the... Oh, I guess that's the end of the Welkin quest, because I got a reward. Okay. Heck yeah. Okay. Gotta get my achievements.
Gotta take care of it. But if...
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing. Ad Astra.
Ah! Sorry, I saw Kave. I freaked out. Move, move, move! Hi! Oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Okay. Calm, 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 calm.
I can see that a great deal of thought was put into the interior design of this space. They knew it'd be used as a temporary rest point, and made sure it was suited for that purpose. Different areas with different functions to accommodate a range of visitors and interests. but a consistent theme with the choice of colors and furnishings. Cozy and comfortable. I could really go for a cup of coffee right now.
Aww! I love him! Aww. That's cute. Okay, anyways, I have to do... Okay. I have to collect the crystal fly trap. I forgot when I did my Imaginarium theater thing that I used Kave. So when I saw him, I was like, what the? Got that. Stop it. So, is it double the reward? I
This
think
realm
it's
is
let me see. I think it's only double with the rewards on the blah 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 blah. I can't talk. Whatever the heck. Oh, it's Monday. God.
If you ever
No, I
have
think it's only double the rewards on like upgrade materials, on talent materials. Yeah. Are you kidding me? It's only these that are overflowing abundance. Let's see. Yeah, it's not. Okay. I'm just building up my pity right now. Oh, oops.
Someone told you the Masters of the Night Wind is a tribe of weirdos? Who else is there?
Why
I thought I was the only one.
Why is he talking? I don't have Flynn's. Why is Flynn's talking? Oh my god, I'm so stupid! Oh my god, I thought for a second there, I thought Around was Flynn's. I forgot I had my friendship team open. I thought I had my main team open. I was like, why is Flynn's talking? It was Auroran talking. I feel so stupid right now. Why? How did I mix up those two voices? Oh my lord. Oh dear, that's not good. Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my team now. I don't know why I thought. I don't know why I thought. I don't know what. I'm very concerned for myself right now. Okay, I gotta... Oh, here it is. Do-do-do.
illusion shot. Let's see.
time!
Deflect!
Torn to oblivion! Don't slip and fall! Calm down!
Here you are. Sing
Well
yourself. Oh boy.
Let my name echo in song! Yoo-hoo! There is no escape!
The process of elimination. Kinto!
Let's see!
I know, I'm upgrading characters at the moment. And I'll probably sit outside and read after. Because reading is good for you, chat. Read a book. Touch some grass.
Shine down!
I might as well actually sit outside and actually read today because it's literally like it's the only day I've actually had the sun out. And here's the thing, I don't live in Washington, but I haven't seen the sun in a hot minute because it's just been raining a lot where I live for the past like week and a half. Actually, more like 2 weeks. It's just been raining like almost non-stop. So, I'm gonna sit outside and enjoy the sun while I can before it rains again tomorrow. I know it's winter time, but I hate it. Like, I only like this type of weather when there's snow on the ground, but where I live, it's rare to get snow. We get snow like an hour north, but the elevation is a bit higher up, so I can just try to enjoy it while I can. Well, if I could. Oh, hello, Alloy. There's like no one that has you. Actually, can I upgrade materials? I can. Holy moly, I'm gonna do this. There you go. I don't think there's anything else left for me to do right now. Because I will do the other... this quest later. Which one? Yeah, this one. I'll do this one later, because this one brings me back into chapter 5. So... okay. So in that case, I will exit to desktop. Exit to desktop. I can't talk! Oh my lord. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna be ending stream. Holy moly. I need to have a ending stream thing, a screen. Because for some reason I still have I just have just a starting I do not want another person's stream open. As I was saying. I do not want like just a normal just starting soon screen. Like I just have that and then I just have my gameplay screen. I want to have another map. Wow. That's not what I meant. I want to have another like screen thing that I can set up where it's just you know, the why can't I think of what I'm trying to say? Of the stream. That's what I'm trying to say. I want to have like another like screen thing for my stream. That way I have 3. Starting soon and ending stream and then, you know, just a normal like gameplay screen. I'm still trying to get a camera and stuff, but you know, I gotta get other things first. I have a life too, not just streaming. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. I will be coming back later on tonight to be playing again. I will be playing the Orcon quest before. Basically, it's a Dan's Love quest. I know exactly how the quest goes because I've already seen it, so some of it's not going to be a surprise, a lot of it is. So, we will see. But anyways, I will see you guys later whenever I stream that. But I will see you guys when I play that later. Anyways, bye chat. It will be a while before I stream. I'll probably be like probably won't be lit until later on tonight. It is 2 o'clock where I am. I probably won't stream until like 11 or so. But anyways, bye chat.